Stripping the deck is one of the first objectives in the salvage operation. Before the jacket structure is lifted from the water, all topside facilities must be removed. This includes items such as living quarters, compressors, generators, and anything that may come loose during transport. Obviously, operations of this magnitude require attention to many details. Weights must be calculated, sling size and pad-eye capacity, and the center of gravity of each item must be determined in order to safely place the load on the barge. Frequently, jacket components such as pad eyes must be replaced because they deteriorate in the corrosive offshore environment. Once they've been replaced and everything has been cleared and checked, the deck is cut and made ready for removal. On drilling platforms with conductor pipes, each pipe, as well as the deck legs, must be disconnected from the jacket. Moving a 650-ton mass of iron is slow at best. As the deck is lowered onto the barge, the legs are carefully guided into the load spreaders attached to the deck. The spreaders distribute the weight evenly to both protect the vessel as well as stabilize the load for safe transport to OPI's offshore fabrication facility in Orange, Texas. The next phase of the operation is to sever the conductors some 20 feet below the floor of the Gulf. This tricky task is in the hands of the explosive experts who lower the shaped charges down the tubing. Once the explosives are in position, the area is cleared of personnel and the charges are detonated.
Conductor, we're pulling.
The conductors are removed while the jacket is still in place. These pipes range in size from 20 inches to 48 inches in diameter and may contain as many as 4 strings of inner casing, all grouted together. The jacket is removed in a 4-step process. First, the mud plug at the base of the piling must be jetted and airlifted out of the piling to at least 20 feet below the floor of the Gulf. Next, explosive charges are lowered to the bottom of the piling. Once the area is cleared, the charges are detonated. The pilings are then lifted by crane out of the jacket legs. With the pilings removed, the jacket is loaded aboard a barge by various methods. Here, the main block is attached to the pad eyes on the side of the jacket, with a second block hooked to the top of the jacket. It is then lifted off the bottom and positioned horizontally for easy loading onto the barge. Since jacket design varies by installation techniques, it's commonplace to add pad eyes to enable a jacket to be lifted from the water. Now additional blocks can be attached to control the jacket during the lift. Salvage work is a 24-hour-a-day operation, requiring as many as 84 to 90 men. This doesn't include the divers that may be needed to survey the bottom and remove debris once the jacket has been moved. Once the lift has begun, it's difficult to abort, so most operations continue even in bad weather. Here, the seas are increasing rapidly, and it's necessary to move quickly to reduce the risk of damage to the barge or crane. As the jacket is lifted above the waves, water is drained from the legs to drain the water ballast. This is necessary to lighten the load on the crane block. As the wind and seas increase, work becomes more dangerous. The cargo barge and crane ships seem to fight one another as they toss like toys in a bathtub. Safely lowering an 800-ton jacket aboard a heaving barge is delicate work, to say the least. But add foul weather, limited light, and the fatigue of the pre-dawn hours, and one realizes it takes seasoned professionals to pull this operation off safely. All design efforts must work. All load spreaders must be secure. With the cargo safely loaded, the welders board the barge and install a C fastening to make the jacket safe for tow. We are frequently required to remove 8-pile platforms. This is accomplished by removing the center bracing, converting an 8-pile into 2 4-pile jackets, which can be easily handled. A sonar sweep of the bottom confirms the subsurface conditions around the jacket and confirms our compliance with certain governmental restrictions. The Mineral Management Service presently allows operators to place certain platforms in what they call artificial reef areas. These are locations designated for used platforms and are highlighted on all Coast Guard maps. When deposited, these platforms become new homes for schools of fish and other subsea wildlife. OPI is one of the few companies that have the equipment and personnel to handle every aspect of a platform salvaging operation. We remove it with our cranes, transport it on our barges, and refurbish it at our 110-acre island facility in Orange, Texas. There are few markets where refurbished equipment can offer such opportunity to a customer, but with OPI's inspection and quality control procedures, coupled with the craftsmanship of our people, we can offer our customers a quality, rebuilt structure for as little as 65% of the cost of a new one. Our fab yard is filled with used platforms undergoing refurbishment. OPI is a leader in this industry, having salvaged and recycled dozens of jackets since 1987. Once the structures are in the yard, they can be reconditioned to the same specifications or modified for new applications. Anodes are checked and replaced, conductor bays can be removed or modified, and jackets can be extended. Many times, it's necessary to modify the jackets to suit the new owner's specifications and the environmental criteria for the area it will be used. The following drawings give examples of a few of many possible combinations. Virtually any need can be met as long as it meets the structural requirements of the MMS. OPI now enters Phase 3, the installation of the refurbished platform. The acquisition of the derrick ship, Ocean Builder, has made OPI an installation leader in the Gulf of Mexico. Installing a newly extended jacket with its 2,000-ton crane is a slow process. The crane is only capable of lowering its load at a rate of about 2 feet per minute, but every foot brings us closer to another successful project. OPI platform salvaging, the ultimate in recycling.